Well, hello, everyone. Well, I'm out here. I'm seasoning the new grill here. If you haven't seen the video yet, I got a new Napoleon Grills Pro Series grill. Got myself a nice charcoal base going. I sprayed down the new grill here with oil, and I'm just letting it kind of bake in, getting the whole grill ready for my first cook. So it's Thursday night. Normally I'd be on my buddy Wayne's channel, the Tavern 53, but Wayne's under the weather, and I thought I'd give him a shout out here tonight. Crack open a beer like we always do during the tavern talks. Got myself Kingsville Brewery barrel aged stout. Nice dark beer. Yeah, it's kind of exciting. The weather's getting a little bit warmer. We're about 50 degrees Fahrenheit out right now, but it's actually quite comfortable standing next to this grill. It's nice and warm. Got the Flame Pro pellet patio heater going behind me. Feel that on my legs. Feels great out here. Oh, got Tavern 53 chiming in. Have a great evening, my friend. Thank you, Wayne. Yeah, I was just getting all set up to go on Wayne's show. It's always fun being on the tavern with the boys. Gosh, that's a nice beer. Yeah, if you haven't seen the new video with the new grill, all I did in that video was just assemble it. I just posted that today, so probably many of you haven't seen it. But it's a decent grill. I'm really liking the hinged lid. I like the cast iron grill grates, and I don't want to touch it now because it's really hot, but this grill grate will go down 2 more steps. So there's 3 different layers that you can have this at. That's going to be fun to play with. I got a nice cook plan for the first cook. Got that coming out. And this extra space here just gives you that extra depth in the grill. And it also provides you a place to put a rotisserie, which is also going to be fun to play with because I've been liking doing some rotisseries lately. Yeah, I thought I'd just quickly pop in here, see who's out there, who's watching. Like I say, it's really nice. The warmer weather's coming. We're going to be putting these grills to use this year. Got my old Napoleon grills here. First one I got, just a regular kettle. Of course, I got my Weber kettle. I got another Napoleon grills kettle. It's slightly smaller in diameter. That's always nice. I cooked on that the other night, actually. Of course, got the Masterbuilt here. Got my Louisiana Grills pellet grill. Got the Kamado grill. Got another pellet grill over there. Yeah, the barbecues are just getting out of hand around here. But you can't have too many. Well, the sun's staying out a little bit later now. I can get myself a chair here. There we are. That's better. I got a few things planned. I probably haven't shown everybody my vegetable garden here in the backyard. So that might be something when I'm starting to prep that, share it with everyone. Yeah, it's coming along nicely. I got a nice cook planned on the weekend with a good friend of mine. He's got this big Santa Maria grill. We're going to be building a fire with some wood splits. Going to be doing a cook on there. I'll probably film that and see how that goes. Needless to say, I think we're beyond the winter. We still got some cold wind sometimes, but nothing like that real freezing wind that was really getting us, and the freezing temperatures. Like I did in a previous video, I took the tent down, and yeah, now we'll just bear it outside if we have a really cold day, but it's not bad. I'm really liking the vent settings. Well, I'm still learning this barbecue, but I got a nice fire going. I had the vents open right up, and that gauge hit like the 700 mark. Now I dialed back my bottom damper, dialing back the upper damper. It's slowly creeping back down around the 650 mark. Ideally, when I'm seasoning the grill, I want to keep it above 350 for like an hour or so. And having it up around 650, yeah, I think I'll be all right. It's been going now for about 20 minutes or so. Well, I hope everybody can hear me okay. I'll put the microphone on here. Yeah. It's the thing about a live, eh? Well, we'll just hang out here for a bit. Starting to lose daylight here, so I'm not sure how much longer I'll be on here. But it is nice just hanging out. Not sure if you can see all my other grills here. Yeah, getting quite the collection. Of course, getting a fire going back there in the fire pit would be nice too. So, what's everybody up to tonight? This is a nice beer from Kingsville Brewery. Like I say, I like a nice dark stout. It's got like a sweet, caramely, like a dark caramel kind of taste to it. Very little bitterness. Yeah, good beer. JD's Barbecue and Bourbon. What's up, Greg? You know what? The forecast calls for rain. It's actually supposed to be really warm this weekend. And I don't mind if it rains. I just don't want the wind. So we'll have to see how it goes. Like I said, I got a planned cook going for this weekend. And hopefully the weather's not too nasty. But yeah, there's no snow in the forecast. It's supposed to hit around 70 degrees on Saturday. So it looks very promising. But again, it's if that wind behaves. I don't mind the rain. We can always go under something. Yeah, JD's Barbecue and Bourbon. He's got a really nice channel. If you want to check him out, I watch his videos like once a week or so. He posts something. He always makes some great sandwiches and uses many different barbecues. Sometimes inside, pressure cooker, something I've never done. But yeah, he recently did a Irish themed cook with the pressure cooker, 2 different dishes using corned beef. And corned beef's difficult to get just right. But I'm telling you, he did a great job. Said he's forecasted to get 60 to 75 mile per hour winds. Yeah, that's pretty breezy. Strapping my covers down. Yes, it's hopefully we don't get that wind. Like I say, I do have something planned, like maybe Saturday afternoon, evening. So I'm hoping the weather permits. That's why, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, tell you what I'm doing, and then I can't do it. But I do have a cook planned on this, maybe tomorrow night. I'll do that, film that, and kind of give this for its maiden voyage, its test run. I'm pretty anxious to, because as opposed to your regular kettle grill, being able to move that grill right down over the coals might be a game changer, especially if you're searing a steak or something like that. So I'll show you what's up. Yeah, I have what could be next. Ribs to do Sunday. JD's doing some ribs on Sunday. Are you doing a video on that, JD? Because I'll be catching that. Now, JD's Bourbon, he also recently put a rotisserie into an offset cooker, which to me, just the concept just seems fantastic. But still got to get some cooks going on that. I haven't seen too much yet, but I'm sure there's something coming out. He said he's going to do a video on it. So yeah, we'll be catching that for sure. Now you got me hungry for ribs. Yep. I don't know. We'll put this thing through the test. We'll definitely have to throw some ribs on this. Maybe some pulled pork, because that's always a good one. Put the rotisserie in there. Some burnt ends. If you've never done pork belly, burnt ends are probably, it's such a flavorful bite when you do it right. It's just fantastic. It's done prime rib and chickens on it, the rotisserie. I need a simple charcoal grill. Well, JD, I don't know about, I got this at Costco just a few days ago. But I'm telling you, the price was around the same as what I would pay for a regular kettle grill. I know my other kettle grill, I ended up buying a cast iron grill grate and a rotisserie. And by the time I started buying extra accessories for it, I was probably $300 in accessories. Well, this was just over 300 for what I got right here. So to me, it's well worth the money for this. But again, testing it with some cooks, that's going to be the true test. Really put it through its courses. Yeah, the rotisserie in the offset. So you've done some prime rib, done some chicken. I'd imagine the offset itself, that's something I consider getting myself. Um, yeah, I still haven't done that yet, but that's one of the reasons why I bought this big gazebo to cook under with the barbecues, because if I'm going to invest in an offset, I want to have a roof over it. So that was one of my intentions by getting this. So we'll see how that goes. I might have something worked out, or maybe next year. Yeah, that's the thing. JD's saying nobody thinks of the costs after the original cost. It's true. You get yourself a regular kettle grill, let's say, which I think everyone who loves barbecue should get a kettle grill. There's just something about it that's just fantastic to cook on. But then you start getting, okay, what else can I do for my kettle? So you start buying some accessories. And I'm telling you, the accessories add up. Because I've done, let's say, breakfast sandwiches on my other kettle, because I got that cast iron grate where I can drop some eggs on there, fry some bacon, do, and, you start buying these extra things that it all adds up, like JD says. Yeah, so JD's looking at the gazebo itself. You know, I believe I bought this. It might have been around July, actually. It was a real hot time of the summer, but I believe if you wait till around July, mid-July, that's when deals start coming in, where the stores start dumping their summer stuff. My lights just went on. Look at that. Solar lights just went on under the gazebo roof. That's exciting. That feels like summertime. Yeah, I find early spring, you get some deals on some barbecues. And summertime, you can start getting deals on the inventory they want to sell for the summer. Sorry, just adjusting the camera again. The 12 by 12 today was 2,500 USD. Wow. Wow. Yeah. The original cost of this, I'm trying to remember the size, it's 12 by 14. I believe it's 12 by 14, like a lean to style. And well, it's the Artistry Contemporary Gazebo. And I believe it was 3,200 at full price. But by the time, if you want it shipped and taxes and things, it really adds up. So when I got it, Costco was running a deal where it's free shipping. So that was another thing. I didn't have to rent a truck to go get it at the store. So it was free shipping. Plus, they knocked off so much. Like, let's just say I got a really good deal on it. I such a good deal, I couldn't turn it down. I just went out and bought it. Yeah, so this has been a great addition for the barbecues. I also have another gazebo that we hang out in all the time. And we got our chairs set up and tables. And so it's like not too far. If you saw my video with the hot tent sits between the two gazebos. So one day I'll have to do, in the summertime, I'll do a tour in my backyard, show you the barbecue area, show you the sitting area, show you the garden. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But the more you make your hangout time your backyard, the more it's like, do I want to go for dinner? or just throw a nice steak here on the grill, you know? So I have an off-topic question. I watch several Canadian-based channels, and they all use U.S. measurement, use metric on the channel, but I'm simpler for me. It's simpler for me. Why do you use U.S.? Okay, well, when I was a young kid in school and that, we didn't use metric. And I live very close to the US border. So all the TV we watched and everything was all American. So I just knew weather as Fahrenheit and cooking as Fahrenheit. And as I went through school, we started using metric. But it never made sense to me when someone would say it's 25 degrees out. I'd think, well, what is that? So I kind of got used to it over time using metric and Fahrenheit, but I'm just more comfortable with Fahrenheit. So I think it might be an age thing as well. If you're a little bit younger than I am, you're probably much more used to the metric. That's my take on it anyway. But also being in a border city, because I have cousins around my age that live further into Ontario, Northern Ontario, and they're much more into the metric. Yeah, I get it. It's easier to use grams than ounces. Yeah, same thing. Like, I guess it's what you're used to, it has more feeling to you when you hear, you know, to me, when I hear the imperial measurements, even in building, things like that. Or, well, when you're working on cars or a lot of manufacturing machines or things like that, everything's metric actually. So all your bolts and everything are metric, even if the car's made in the US. So I guess it depends what field you're in. And, you know, I worked on a lot of machinery and things like that. And everything's pretty much a metric. Only things that are solely built in the US have US, but all automotive is metric. JD's saying people are starting to ask in older videos what I'm talking about. So I'll chat GDP the conversation for them. Oh, I guess when you're talking measurements. Yeah, chat GDP, that's a new kind of tool. I've experimented with it, but real I'm not a real techie kind of guy. But I've asked it some questions and things like that just to see. But I don't know. To me, it's kind of the same as Googling your information or trying to ask specific questions through Google to get more information on something. Like I can ask Google to do a conversion or I can ask Chat GDP. But I guess there's much more tools to the AI that I would even think of asking right now. But JD, you recently did a video, your Irish stew pressure cooker, and you were invisible. And I thought that was pretty cool because if your arms or anything got in front of your pressure cooker, you could see through it. And but the funny thing was, I saw your beard. I thought that was pretty cool. Like, do everything invisible except for the beard. Keep that up there. Yeah, you just convert this and that in bulk. Yeah, I get that. I know you do a lot of your own sauces and things like that, which is pretty cool. And yeah, you share that, you share your recipes. Again, pretty cool. You make some great stuff, great sandwiches. Man, good stuff. Yeah, so oh, you had a green suit on. I get it. Oh, okay. It was still pretty cool. I wonder what that would look like if I did that in my backyard. Maybe you just see the hands. This tablet's going to be the death of me. Yep. It's why I put black gloves on. Yeah, I did see the hands. I thought that was cool. But no, it's good stuff. No, and one of the reasons doing a YouTube channel, you're meeting some great people like JD's Bourbon and Barbecue here. And yeah, met a lot of nice people. Like even today, I talked to, well, we're talking to JD right now, talking to someone from San Francisco, somebody from Alberta, somebody from Australia, somebody from Las Vegas. It's very cool, like how I get comments on different videos and you get to know these people from all over the world. It is kind of a very satisfying thing to do. Good stuff. Sorry, that was loud. I just finished the cigar before I put the thing on here. Well, we're really starting to lose daylight now. Eventually, all you're going to see is a floating beer can here. YouTube has made me more comfortable when talking to people. Yeah, I get that because I was never one to just sit. Well, picture you're out in your backyard, you're cooking something, or you're doing something that you want to share on video. All you're really doing is talking to a camera. And it's really a something to really get used to when, yeah, again, you're talking to the camera, nobody's talking back. That's what's kind of nice sometimes when you're doing a live chat, you get some live feedback. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Floating beer can. So I was on a chat with the trumpet master, and as we were talking, the sun was going lower and lower, and my beer can was a light color. So every time I pick up the beer can, all you'd see is the beer can. You couldn't see my face so much. So it's become known as the floating beer can. Again, trumpet master down in Texas, like making these connections. It's kind of cool. Yeah, cut the eye and eye holes. Yeah, cut that out. Yeah, I did see that when you did the taste test right at the end of your video. You can kind of see your eyes and your mouth and your beard and the black gloves holding the food, but nothing else. It was kind of cool. You know what? No, it was neat. I enjoyed it. But again, it got me thinking I'd like to do a I saw corned beef brisket for sale and I wanted to pick one up just for a cook, but I don't think I'll get one in before St. Patrick's Day anyway. But maybe next week I'll do something with a corned beef brisket. It looked really good, that sandwich you made with the cabbage and the cheese, and man, it was good. You have tons of pastrami left over. Yeah, I can imagine. The last brisket I did, I packaged up most of it, like made packs and put it in the freezer. I've already taken a couple packs out and done different things with it, but the last pack I took out, I made a stew with the brisket meat with potatoes, carrots, celery. Like it was pretty good. And I got more of that to come out and do too. I'm not sure if I'll share it on video or maybe I will. We'll see. Pastrami burrito for Cinco de Mayo. Wow, that sounds okay. I'm trying to picture that. The corned beef taste with like slash Mexican instead of a, wow. Okay. Yeah, because, okay, think about it. Corned beef goes really well. If you like grill up some corn, put it with it, because that's kind of Mexican themed. So you get that. I'm trying to picture taco seasoning with corned beef. Anyway, that, some man, make a Irish Mex burrito. Sounds really neat. Smoky, salty, and use sauces for the southern flavor. Laugh out loud. Yeah, put some lemon or lime on there. Man, that sounds really interesting. Yeah, I got some plans for Cinco de Mayo this year. See if they come through. I still got some really nice beer from Sandwich Brewing, which will be perfect for Cinco de Mayo. We'll maybe break that out. Well, it's getting dark here. Cilantro is gross, but I could add that. You know what? I agree. I'm not a big cilantro person. I'm glad you said that. I thought I was in a lone wolf here about the cilantro. But well, I think I'm going to get going. Thank you, JD Bourbon, for chiming in. And yeah, it's been fun. Kind of an impromptu live stream here. See what people are up to, and nice to chat with JD here tonight. And Wayne, I hope you're feeling better. Thanks for joining me. Okay, we'll see you on the next one.